Welcome to this Information Security course. In this lesson, we will discuss the Information Security Policy. We will review various topics such as: why is IT security important? Are there sufficient technical solutions to secure the information we handle on a daily basis? How to secure this information? Data protection, compliance, mandatory regulations, global information security guidelines, related links, background information, and information security audits. Please note that all this information is available in our workspace in the collaboration platform. Some recommendations for the use of passwords are: first, remember the password you use should be complex, with a combination of letters, numbers, and special characters. Also very important, your username and password should always be handled confidentially. Some recommendations for the use of the Internet. Avoid websites that could have a negative impact on the organization. Also, avoid using bandwidth-consuming systems and applications that are not allowed within our organization. Do not make personal use of the Internet. Other recommendations for the use of email are: avoid sending or forwarding spam. Avoid attaching very large files into a message or using your organizational email address for personal matters. Regarding antivirus protection, it is prohibited to download files of programs that are not allowed within the organization. Also, avoid accessing information, links, or websites with content that you are unsure or unclear about. We must remember that all confidential or strictly confidential information within our organization must be encrypted to ensure it is transmitted safely. As we know, nowadays it is very common to use mobile devices. So in this case, it is recommended that these devices have some type of anti-theft protection, and also that the confidential information stored inside them is encrypted. Some recommendations about social engineering. This happens when people with malicious intent try to gather information, either through phone calls, by hacking the Internet, or in face-to-face interactions. To prevent this, it is recommended to treat any unsolicited phone calls or emails from people requesting information about the organization with suspicion. Regarding social networks, remember not to post any information that has been classified as sensitive or for confidential use according to our standards of classification of information, and also not to mention colleagues and friends without permission. Most of all, you must protect information about SOS Children's Village's friends, donors, and partners. Regarding non-electronic information, make sure to store it in a secure and reliable way. Some simple but very helpful tips on how to secure computer equipment are: first, the equipment you use should not be modified. Only hardware and software approved by the organization should be used. Also, remember that the ICT department has a service catalog detailing all systems and applications approved by the organization. To secure your workstation, we recommend you block it when you are not in front of the computer. This prevents outsiders from accessing information without authorization. You can block your computer by using the following combination of keys: Control-Alt-Delete, or by pressing the Windows key and L. Remember that all damages caused by negligence can make a coworker liable, and non-compliance with regulations can bring other legal consequences to their employment status. SOS Children's Villages has classified information in 4 levels. Public, information for public use. Sensitive, information for internal use only. Confidential, confidential use information. Strictly confidential. For a better understanding, we can look at this classification table with a brief description and some examples for each case. The first level of classification is public. This information is not of a sensitive nature for SOS Children's Villages, and therefore does not need a label. The disclosure of this information will not cause any kind of damage to the organization. An example is all the information available in the public domain of SOS, such as our organizational websites. Another classification of information is sensitive. This type of information is for internal use only. Its disclosure does not represent a loss of reputation or embarrassment to SOS Children's Villages. External parties may find this information as a stepping stone to gather more sensitive information for unknown purposes. An example of this is the information available within our virtual collaboration platform. The third classification is about confidential information, which is also divided into confidential and strictly confidential information. Confidential information is sensitive, and if disclosed inappropriately, it could be harmful, causing damage, embarrassment, or loss of reputation for SOS Children's Villages, its partners, and donors. This includes all private data and confidential information about participants and co-workers. Some examples of this type of information are marketing concepts, strategies, and presentations of new products or services, financial data, crisis communications, travel reports and travel folders, statistics, program and project previews and suggestions, PCS reports, and documents containing data of a specific project. The last is strictly confidential information. In this case, the unauthorized disclosure of this type of information could cause great and exceptional damage to SOS Children's Villages, its partners, or donors. As examples, we have data related to donors, program participants, children, adolescents, and youths. Also, data related to named persons, personnel data, requests for financing, or information about the security of our ICT systems. This can refer to passwords or other configuration details. Now you can continue with your training. Thank you and good luck.